Hey everyone, welcome to our Train the Brain Parenting Workshop video. My name is Chaitni and I am a mindset and nutrition coach. You will also be seeing another face throughout these videos, and that is my partner in crime, Tina. Tina is an educator as well as the co-founder of a skills development center called the Skill Spark. So in some of the videos, you'll be listening from me, and some of the others you'll be hearing from Tina. So basically, together, we want to present to you some of the biggest concepts that can help develop the growth mindset in your children. These concepts are embracing hard work, saying yes to challenges, developing a positive mindset, and number 4, which is being a lifelong learner. Many of these concepts do overlap, but we'll be breaking them up into several different videos, so make sure you tune into all of them and get your hands on all the content that we have to share. So what exactly is the growth mindset? So growth mindset is the belief that your skills and abilities can grow over time. They are not set in stone. You believe in brain elasticity, basically. So anybody who has a growth mindset is somebody who focuses more on the process and the effort more than the outcome. This is someone who learns from their mistakes and learns from their setbacks and still grows from them. You know, someone with a growth mindset is open to challenges, is open to learn whatever life throws their way. Whereas on the flip side, when you have someone with a fixed mindset, like the name suggests, they're pretty set in their beliefs. So they believe that they're either talented or they're not, but they cannot develop new skills. They rely heavily on their talents. They also focus a lot on the outcome. Instead of the process and the effort, they really care mostly about the results. And those results are so heavily tied to their self-worth. You know, these are people who don't openly embrace challenges. They're afraid of failure, they're afraid of criticism, and they're afraid to take risks and try something new. Typically, most of us are a combination of both, of the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. But it matters more than ever to cultivate and incorporate that growth mindset into your child's development. This is when they're the most impressionable. And the reason it really matters more than academics, more than financial success, more than status, more than all of that, is so that you have a child who is resilient, who is healthy, who is happy, and mentally in a space to handle all of life's challenges and also thrive in life. So as I mentioned earlier, we'll be covering 4 different ways that you can help your children develop the growth mindset at home. So today will be episode 1 of 4, and today's area of topic is going to be the importance of hard work. You know the importance, I know the importance, but how do we instill this value in our children? There are 4 strategies that can help you get that result, and this is what you need to do. First and foremost, you need to share and discuss the inspirational heroes in your lives. So together, read some growth mindset books. You know, whether that's learning about the great cricketer MS Dhoni, or it's learning about the great tennis player Serena Williams, or whoever it is that inspires you. You know, talking about their values, talking about their journey, and discussing it, and reading these books together can be really inspirational. It can also drill home the value of hard work, because none of their success happened overnight. It took a lot of discipline, a lot of hard work, and never giving up to get to where they are in life. Similarly, you can talk about your ancestors and your family history. You know, talk about those grandparents that worked so hard, that made their life from a small town to a big city, that started with nothing and then had everything. These are the stories that matter. So talk about these ancestors, talk about these, you know, this family tree with your children, and share with them, because this can really help develop that inspiration. It can really make them feel that hard work is really the answer to getting to that point of success. Strategy number 2 is sitting down with your children and identifying their strengths. Let them do the hard work of figuring out their strengths, but sit down with them and give them a slight nudge if they need it. When you make a list of these strengths, it really helps them realize that they're more than just intelligent, smart, and capable. There's a lot more to them. You know, strengths it's not just about being smart, it's not just about ranking first in your class, it's not about, you know, ending up with an A+ every single time. It's also about who you are outside of academics. So if they're helping someone in need, if they're learning to apologize, if they're caring for other people and having empathy, and if they're realizing that everybody has a journey and everybody works hard to achieve success in life, then that's a huge strength. So sit down and identify their strengths with them. Really celebrate these strengths and encourage them to display them and to work on their strengths as much as they can. Strategy number 3 is give your children responsibilities. You don't need to enable them, you don't need to do everything for them. In fact, children thrive on being responsible. It may not seem that way, but you need to start somewhere. So if your children are old enough, you know, give them simple tasks, whether it's doing laundry, whether it's setting the table for dinner. You know, keep it simple, keep it achievable, keep it realistic. If your children are much younger, then, you know, learning to make their own bed or put away their toys, that's what's gonna matter. If your children are older, slightly older, if they're teenagers or they're, you know, adolescents, and you give them pocket money, it's about holding them accountable, you know, teaching them how to put together a budget and track their expenses. That's another way of giving them responsibility. So encourage that. When you give them responsibility, they really understand what it takes to be successful in those responsibilities and to really understand why these responsibilities matter. So make sure you give them age-related tasks and hold them accountable. And the last one, strategy number 4, is appreciate and reward the process and the effort and not just the outcome. So it's very natural, you know, when our children do extremely well, if they win the debate competition or if they get into that top university, that's when we congratulate them, that's when we appreciate them. But change that mindset, you know, move away from that being the sole reason for appreciating them. Instead, really start to appreciate the effort that they're putting into their goals, whether they achieve their goals or not. So for instance, you know, if your child is preparing for their math exam, regardless of the grade they get, if they've worked hard, you know, if they've spent every day practicing the math problems, if they reached out to their teacher for clarification, if they joined a study group, whatever they've chosen to do to work towards their goal of performing well on the math exam, that is what really matters. That is what's going to set them up for success in life. That is what's really going to help them develop that growth mindset. So don't just be results oriented, but really be focused on the process and the effort that your children are putting in. So that wraps up our 4 strategies. I just want to leave you with 2 questions that you can start to ask your child today and every day so you can start practicing this area of the growth mindset, which is the importance of working hard. So question number 1 is asking them, you know, what was it that you did today that felt difficult and yet you kept going? And then question number 2 is, what was something that you witnessed or experienced that inspired you? You know, both these questions are going to get them thinking, and they will recognize that there was some hard work behind all of this. You know, one caveat to this is that the growth mindset is not a guaranteed surefire way of achieving success every single time. That's why the stress really is on the process and the effort and not just the result. But when you have this growth mindset and you understand how important hard work is, you stay focused, you stay resilient, and you stand up to whatever comes your way. So thank you so much for your time and for tuning in. We really appreciate it. In the next video, you will be seeing my partner in crime, Tina. In the meantime, you know, drop us a comment, drop us some feedback, or just simply let us know what will you do today with your child to make sure that they develop their growth mindset. Thank you so much. Until next time, take care.